Alrond is a support merchant. From my experience of using him, he's like a character that kind of tries to do everything. But he does have one thing he does the best though, is that the ability to recharging your ult very quickly. So first, like Cecily, he has 3 different skills that hit different weakness. The skill become AoE at 2 boost point and become 5 hit at 3 boost point. But if you don't use it, you use it without any boost point, it's just a single target 4 hit. So the option between these 3 skills are a 4 hit sword that hits spear and axe, also increase front row attack buff and defense buff by 15%. A 4 hit fan that hit Dragon Bow that also inflict 15% defense damage if defense down. And also a 4 hit staff that hit Tome and Light that also grant your entire team an HP barrier. Or just the front row, not the entire team. Enemy, and usually you would bring the one that does hit the weakness on the enemy, and you might want to bring the one that also not hit the weakness if you do need the utility of the other skill that much. He also has an HP regen, so he can also be used as a healer too. Although his magic stat is kind of low though, so most of the time I just see myself spamming the barrier skill with him, like the staff skill that grants your entire team barrier, and just let someone else do the healing instead. But he does have a healing option. The healing also cleanses off any stat down debuff. He has a 7 hit spear, which is kind of like a bit unfair in my opinion, because 7 hit spear shouldn't, like these days, okay, 7 hit spear isn't like that hard of a thing to get. Like Zizando's a year ago was already an 8 hit sword. Over here though, Alrond doing 7 hit spear require him sapping 30 SP every time per hit for himself, so he has to sap a total of 180 SP, and the potency isn't even that high. So yes, you do have a 7 hit spear as an option. The potency isn't as high, it's only 110 power, so it's only 770 power, but this is his main damaging move if you want to do some damage with him. And then he also has his torch point skill, which is 200 SP that revive everyone and also heal everyone. But the thing is, if you are using the skill to revive someone, chances are the battle is probably gone wrong anyway, so it's not worth bringing, like most of the revive skill. The EX skill has no condition, it's just an HP restoration and also give him some SP stock. So it's like, if you use the dominant spike, like the 7 hit spell a lot, you would use this. But other than that, you don't really have an SP problem with Alrond. The first passive is self HP regen by 20% and also 20% physical damage up and also immune to status ailment, which means that Alrond will always be healthy and will never be sick. If you don't have any boost point regen character, then this is where the skills shine the most. Use all of your boost points for Alrond, switch out for someone, and then next time he has 5 boost point again. And you only need 2 boost points to spend the AoE skill, so you can spend the AoE skill, one with the 3 boost point, the other one with 2 boost point. But if you're running him with someone like Adana EX or someone that can get boost point regen, he won't get the full benefit because if he uses all his boost point, the boost point regen bring him back to 1, you switch him out, and by the next turn, if he did not have this passive, he would be at 3 boost point already. So you only restore 2 extra boost points. So, and his third passive is everyone at the end of your turn restore 1% SP. The 1% SP is so minimal though, like I don't know why he has that, but it's like you restore like 5 SP, and like over the course of like 10 turns even, that's only like 50 SP on average. And like the impact of the SP is so minimal, I don't understand why he has that. It should have been like 3% or something. But it's not the main part of the passive though. The main part of the passive is to restore everyone ultimate gauge by 40% at the end of your turn. His ultimate restore everyone ultimate gauge by 60%. So combining his ultimate with this passive, you would fully charge any ultimate in this game immediately right away. Although note that you must have him at ult 10. Alrond at ult 10 must be a must have for him to use this. And his ultimate, in addition to restore everyone ultimate gear by 60%, it also restore everyone a usage first. So at ult 10, even if someone have no ultimate anymore, you recover that ult, you give them 60 boost point, 60 gauge back, and the passive gives 40 gauge back, so next time you can spend the ultimate again if you want to. And from my experience of using Alrond, it's kind of like Barcelona, but slightly a bit different. Like, they both mainly, the ability to restore ultimate gauge is now not only unique to Barcelona, it's now also an Alrond thing now, except Alrond does it better. So if I were to compare those two, Bartolo is better at buffing and debuffing because his buff is 20% debuff and 20% buff. And also it's boostable buff compared to Alrond buff who is not boostable. So buffing is much better with Bartolo. And also Bartolo can give passive 15% attack buff to everyone if the enemy is broken, which is something Alrond does not have on his passive. Most of his passive, minus the ultimate gauge one, is only for Alrond himself. And of course, Bartolo has Perseverante, which is 2 times 600, and he has a higher base attack too compared to Alrond. And Alrond Dominant Spike is only 7 times 110 at max boost. So Bartolo is also good as a damage dealer while Alrond really isn't. A few things that Alrond does better though is that he can also do a 4 to 5 hit shoe shaping while also doing these buff thing and debuff thing, which compared to a similar character like Reek, the Mushing Kate and Ian right now, Reek is only limited to wind and spear, which does hurt a lot, while Alrond over here can hit any weakness, as long as the enemy is weak to something physical at least. Other than that, he can heal compared to Bartolo, but the healing isn't that good though because his magic stat is very low. So the one thing that does make Alrond better than Bartolo though, that will run him over Bartolo, would be the ultimate. The ultimate charging part is the one thing he does the best at. Although the ability for you to spam your ultimate over and over again isn't really a needed thing right now, because most of the ultimate you only need to use it once is enough. The only ultimate I can think of recently that would benefit from this is Oscar ultimate, where you can spam his Tenet Spear over and over again, Tenet Spear AoE. Although there's one other thing that Alrond's good at with this stuff, in Wave Battle he's trying the most, one of the requirements is that you have to bring a 4-star character and a 3-star character to battle, which in this case you can bring Lucetta and Billy. And most of the time, Lucetta and Billy would not do anything at all because they would just sit in the back row just to fulfill the Wave Battle requirement. So you need to find a way to give them ult gauge, and usually either you boost max the skill once but you have to waste 1 turn with them, or using a pet to charge the gauge. But now you don't have to worry about that anymore with Alrond. So with Alrond, you just let them sit in the back, wait until the ultimate gauge full out completely, you swap them out to the front, inflict 30% debuff down on everyone, and then swap down to the back and then have the ultimate ready again because of Alrond passive. And then you need to do that more than 2 times, then Alrond ultimate is there to refilling it too. So he is really good for filling character ultimate gauge in the back of character you don't use as much. And that's it for Alrond. He does not have anything that makes him a must pull, must have worthy, so it's fine for you not to pull for him. And plus anniversary is in 2 weeks anyway, and the unit over there is probably gonna be something very good, so